everybody. This is Lila in Hawaii, and I'm playing around with some of my ribbon flowers again. Over the years I've done roses and pansies and violets and all kinds. And I don't think, or don't remember anyway, if I've ever done fuchsia. For some reason or other I was reminded of fuchsia the other day because, well, first of all I made some paper dolls and I used fuchsia for their handbags. And then I was thinking about my mother, bless her. She grew in New Zealand the most gorgeous fuchsia. She had about 6 or 8 varieties. And I used to sit on her little porch and I'd pick a few and then I would paint them or embroider them. So for some reason or other it just came to my mind that I probably haven't done a show with those. So today I'm going to show you some ideas, and then in the next video, which I hope to make in the next few days, I'll give you a demonstration of how you make them. They're actually easier than they look. But first of all, I'll show you some ideas of using them. I made paper dolls the other day, and I gave some away for Christmas gifts when we had like a Christmas swap with a group I belong to. So here's one lady, Edwardian lady, and I tied a fuchsia on her side, and it's decoration, but it looks like a handbag sort of, I think. And here's another one. Okay, this one a little different. I put some glitter on her, but there's the fuchsia. I love the colors of them. So that's 2. I actually made a lot more, but they've gone. So I've got 4 left. Here's another one. This one's all pink. And so her fuchsia, I hope you can see that, her fuchsia is sort of a rose color. And then I had some French Richelieu lace ribbon, so I put that on for her skirt. And of course all of them have a pretty headdress, and I made a hanger for them all. You'll find these in my shop, by the way. They're not there yet, but they will be. And then here's the last one. This one's all sort of autumn colors. I tried to match them, you know, to whatever the doll originally was looking like. And so there's her fuchsia, and they all have little tiny shoes like this. And so I painted all their little shoes gold. And they all have a fancy hat or headdress and a hanger. So those are those. And I'll show you some more ideas. So that's how they look. And then this is only a partial print. This is how I printed them. Some of them are missing, but I printed these on this pretty beige paper, and I found them online where they were free. The Edwardian ladies. I think if you just Google that you'd find it. So, and then after that what I did was I make sure that the images that I can cut, pretty much leaving a good arm and or hand where they don't sort of lap over each other. And it takes a little bit of looking. And then when I cut them out, I cut them out roughly at first, and then I put them onto cardboard, and in this case I used old cereal box. And then once it was dry, then I went around and I cut out the shape completely, and I always cut out the part that's under the arm there, because I want to put maybe the bag through there with the fuchsia or something else, handkerchief or another wallet or something. So they all have a little space that I can do that. So I made sure I cut that out on all of them. And of course, the way they are dressed, it sort of gave me an idea of how I would like to decorate them. So that's that. Now that is where I'm up to now. I've been making a lot of fuchsia, by the way, and they're away somewhere right now in a box of goodies. So I left out the ones that I'm currently working on, this week just to show you what you can do with them, because people often wonder, okay, that's all very nice, but what do I do with it now? So the first thing is I made this crocheted little reticule and tea dyed it, and I made this actually about a couple of months before Christmas, and I didn't sell it because I hadn't finished the decorations. So I put together some fuchsia just like that with some lace on the background, old French lace, and in this case I've put 3 fuchsia. Goodness, let me see if they go better on here. And so when I finish the bag up, I will put some felt on the back of this to stabilize it, and I'll probably put some, I don't know, something hanging, some more ribbon or something. But I wanted them in all these browns, and they're just gorgeous. I love them. I love them. So that's that idea. You can put them on anything. You can even make earrings, put each one on an earring wire. Now here's a different colorway altogether. Don't know what I'm going to do with these, but anyway, there are 3 that are made purples and mauves. And the story behind these is, let me put it on this maybe. My daughter sends me lovely, lovely, beautiful ribbons from Anthropology. If you didn't know about their online shop, it's only online. It's not in their shop in the malls or anything, and it's under gift wrap. And they have beautiful spools of ribbon. Over the years, she sent me so many. So I just will show you the one that these 2 fuchsia are made from. And this is all, as I said, it's from Anthropology. And there's the name there. Beautiful wooden spool, and there was a lot on this. I think it was 20, let me see. Oh no, I think it was 10 yards. And it only takes a small amount. Like if I'm going to make one like this, I would only require, I don't measure it, sorry, but I only require that much. It's just beautiful stuff. It's very slippery, hard to work with, and tomorrow, or when I do the next and show you actually how to make them, I'll show you how you go about folding them and making the fuchsia. And because there's aqua here and sort of a purpley pink there, you will get 2 petals that are like that, because the fuchsia have 4 petals. So that's that. And if you want to know how long that is or anything, I've only got metric system, so it's 11 centimeters by 4. So that would be 11 centimeters by 4, and that'll make one this size. You can make a little bit smaller, and that'll give you one that size, or you can make it bigger if you want, but you can't go much bigger, maybe an inch bigger. So I'll just put those there. And the only other thing, so all you need for these is you need the ribbon, needle and thread, of course, to coordinate, some beads, and I keep a selection of beads in this little box. You want some beads that are, these are called E-beads. They're bigger than seed beads, but they have a big enough hole that you can put your thread through them. So you need E-beads, a selection. You need a selection of bigger beads that will go on here, say. In this case it was a pony bead, but it could be a pretty glass bead. So you need that, and then you need the other beads just to make yourself a bit more of a dangle. If you don't want the dangle, of course, it's optional, but you do need a little bit. You definitely need the bigger bead, and at least 2 of the smaller beads. I'll show you about that when I show you the class. You also need some good thread. This is for the stems, and what I do, it's hard to get this through a needle and then through some of the bead holes, I must say. So what I do is I cut off the piece, and you might notice this is same thing, but it's stiff. It's a needle, because what I did was I took some Elmer's glue, put it on my fingers, and I went like that and twisted it so it's really strong, and that's the needle. So that'll go through even beads with smaller holes. I told you you need the ribbon, so that's 1 lot of ribbon. I've cut out some ribbons here that I'm... So you don't actually need ribbon, you can use fabric, is really good. And on this piece, I already drew the pattern, so I'll show you that tomorrow. But anyway, those are 3 that I sort of cut out already. This one's a hard one to work with. It's actually blanket binding. I bought from a upholstery shop that was going out of business, and this, I love it though. It's 2-sided. That's one side, and then that's the other side, and it makes beautiful fuchsia. I just love them, just gorgeous. So that's an idea. So that's blanket binding. Then also, this is also another blanket binding. That would be good. 4 centimeters wide. And then, of course, you know, any of your ribbons that you like, that you have, that are at least this wide. The thing is, wide ribbon doesn't really look so good. If you do use wide ribbon, you have to pull the wires out. Then you need the stamen. The last item is the stamen. So I'm going to show you 2 kinds. I have a huge box of stamen. Here's my box of stamen. It's got a few other bits in there. But I bought those years ago from a kind of it was a shop that sold party supplies, really. And it was here, a lot of them I bought here in Hawaii, and they were going out of business, so I bought up all they had. I also had some of my own. So you can get them this way, the stamen, and if you get them this way, you have to fold them in half. In fact, I'll show you that now because I'll be using a few. And the trick is you want them to be different levels, the ends, and you don't want more than about 4, say. 4, or that means probably good. And you fold them in half. This is to start. And then what I do is I fold it like that, and it's fiddly because this one's sort of springy. And then you put the needle through. The thread is doubled so I can make a loop. So I can do that. Hopefully I caught them all. Looks like maybe I didn't. Okay. Just to keep them together. And notice that they should be different lengths. If they're not, you can sort of pull them so they're different lengths. And when they're like that, and I've put the loop around them, then I would do this. Just like this. I don't want to start the process though too much, but anyway, that's what you do, and then leave this attached, and then start on your flower. So that's that. Also, stamen, if you're lucky, you can still find the really old ones. These are from the 1920s, and they are all bunched together already for you. They've got a big bead, and then a whole bunch of little ones, and then they're on nice wrapped wire. And so, yes, of course, you would cut off the wire, but and keep that though, keep that wrapped wire. It's very, very handy. So I've got a bunch of those. Unfortunately, I only have black, and this is kind of a bright blue, and I forget what other colour. I've got another colour, but I don't have a lot of choices for that. But for the other one that I showed you, I have lots and lots. Let me see what else I've got. The smaller ones come like this, little bundles, and these little bundles were like $4 years ago. And you take out as many as you want. These are very dainty and they look better with this smaller ribbon. And another thing to add to them that's really handy to have is some sequins. The sequins you would put on the end here where the stem is. And if you are lucky enough to find a little baby sun hat, you could actually use this. You know, I'm always looking for things to embellish. So you could keep that little hat, and you could put one on the little hat and put some ribbon around and make it look fancy. And then it could go on a box top or a gift card or something. Kind of cute. I've got 3 of those. And the other thing to do with them is just to apply them to your work, to your embroidery. It looks great, as I said, with crochet. I'll show you the crocheted one again. My workspace is not that big. Okay, so this idea, I like this idea with the crochet bag. I only happen to have one blank at the moment called a blank, and I'll definitely be working on this a little more. But I like this idea, so I think I'll go ahead and see if I can find more of this filet crochet and tea dyed or coffee dyed, and make some more up of those. But they look good. The little flowers look great on corsages. Great for a bride if you do all white. Put them on the pew. The bridesmaids could carry one, or you could, as I said, make earrings. Just all sorts of applications. Anyhow, that's all I was going to show you today for that. And I'll just go ahead. I'm going to make up these, but I'm not going to do that on camera because I'll probably mess up. And I'll teach a proper class on how to do them if you're interested. And the other thing I'm going to do is make up some kits of the supplies that I'll put. So the kits will have the ribbon, it'll have the stamen. Oh, that one looks good with that. It'll have ribbon, stamen, beads. That'll be it. And so I'll do that. And also, because I've had a lot of visitors over the years to my channel, I've got several different channels, I thought I would offer a giveaway. I'll tell you more about that. And the giveaway would be a kit, not a finished product. Anyway, if anyone is interested in proceeding further with my ideas, let me know in the comments down below, because I don't like to teach people a lot of interesting things and find out, oh, but nobody looked at it, nobody cared. Here's some more of the little, oh, I just noticed that too. What's that one? Oh, good, look at that colour. Just found that in there. So there's a black with, I like that, black with the white tips. All right, thanks for, Happy New Year, everybody. Sorry, sometimes my speech gets a little wonky because, you know, or you may not know, but I had a stroke, and so I really have to work hard to use my hand. It was on the right side, and my speech was totally gone, couldn't talk at all. And so I've had to learn to speak again, and it messed with my eyesight a bit. I'm doing fine though, but but sometimes I notice certain words and my pronunciation gets a little off. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. This is Lilla. Bye-bye.